and smiles as you drift past the flowers that grow so incredibly high.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, college students, kids, pets, and all other significant others. A welcome, bienvenidos, shalom, marhaba, bienvenue. Welcome to our historic very first Seize the Dream virtual. Yay! Big gulp as well. I'm Lino Covarrubias, the CEO of JFS and your MC tonight. Coming to you live from our JFS headquarters in Framingham, Massachusetts. I have a new appreciation for TV production. It is a massive effort, and we're here and we're looking to have some fun tonight. Tonight you will get to witness some of the work JFS does in the community, while we also honor some amazing people with the biggest hearts ever that make the work of JFS possible. This is both a friend raiser and a fundraiser. We are live on Facebook, so if you haven't caught us live there, please do so, because that's a way for us to really reach a lot more friends for JFS. A reminder, you have multiple ways to give tonight. You can do so through Bidding for Good, especially for those belling it out for our very hot auction items. Which reminds me, the auction will close at 7 p.m. sharp. There's also, you can easily go to our website at jfsmw.org, which you should see in the bottom of your screens, and also one of the sides of my head, you should see the jfsmw.org website. All you have to do is hit that donate button now, and you easily can go into our website to give. Welcome again to the historic event, and now it is my pleasure to welcome a friend, supporter, and a longtime family member of JFS, Massachusetts Senate President Karen Spilka, for some welcoming remarks. Madam President.
Hi, I'm Senate President Karen Spilka, proud resident of Metrowest. I'd like to congratulate all of the honorees here today, but especially Marc Jacobs. I've known Marc for more than 20 years, and I know him as a compassionate, talented, very dedicated leader of JFS of Metrowest. He has made so many significant and positive impacts, not only on JFS, but also on the entire Metrowest region and the state for that matter. I've so enjoyed working with you, Marc. And I miss you, but I know you are still around, and that's very reassuring. And you left JFS in great hands with Lino, and I look forward to working with you, Lino, and your entire team to continue for looking at social, health, and community equity and making our community better. Thanks very much. Take care.
Thank you, Madam President. It is an honor to have you as part of our program tonight, and we so appreciate all the efforts you are making to help our community in need, especially during these times of COVID-19. Get the popcorn ready, everybody. It's showtime.
Good evening. I am David Milo, the very fortunate and proud president of the Board of Jewish Family Services of Metrowest. Thank you for joining us tonight. This virtual program could not have been made possible without our master producers at Thelma World, both Jim and Donna Marie Floyd, and the amazing musical contributions of our cantoral soloist, Jody Blankstein, and guitarist, Adam Daner. Rather than make a speech, I want to introduce everyone to JFS's work through a video about caring for immigrants and families in our community and the compassion of JFS staff as it fights for social equity for the most vulnerable. Please, before that, I want to honor a memory of a very special lady that recently left us, Susan Copeland. I was so fortunate to have met her and experience a friend and a donor's passion for everything that JFS stands for. We will miss Sue, and may her memory be a blessing. And now the video.
Now more than ever before, JFS is there for immigrant families and at-risk children.
Manura hamakum hazeh, how full of awe is this place. In Zakiim Beit Elohim, this is none other than the house of God. V'zeh sha'ar hashamayim, v'zeh sha'ar hashamayim. And this is the gate of heaven, this is the gate of heaven, this is the gate of heaven. Manora hamakom hazeh, how full of awe is this place. In Zakiim Beit Elohim, this is none other than the house of God. V'zeh sha'ar hashamayim, v'zeh sha'ar hashamayim. And this is the gate of heaven, this is the gate of heaven.
In these increasingly vulnerable times, JFS needs your support like never before. Please consider lending that support. Jewish Family Service of Metrowest, accelerating social, academic, and health equity.
Thank you, David and Emily. What an amazing presentation of some of our former and current immigrant clients of JFS. Tonight, we are raising funds for many immigrant families as were represented in the video. The COVID-19 crisis has especially affected the lives of these families. There will be an opportunity later in the program to give specifically to areas of need, or you can give any amount now or during the program. And yes, I'm going to be a broken record. I'm going to say throughout the program, you can give at jfsmw.org Donate Now button. Very easy, fast, and you'll hear that a lot from me tonight. And speaking of giving, every year at Seize the Dream, one of the hallmarks of our event are all the restaurants and other food providers that donate their services and food to help JFS raise funds. We want to acknowledge all the food providers that had committed to the live Seize the Dream event this year. Many are providing takeout and many will soon be open for full service. Please, when you're making your takeout and restaurant choices, think of them and their support for JFS. You will see many of the restaurants listed here. Please, again, visit them, order takeout. We want to support them as they support JFS. Now, one of the best parts of the evening. We get to acknowledge those people with the big hearts that I talked about that make a big difference at JFS, our honorees. Our next guests to introduce the Max Michelson Humanitarian Award recipients are Max's son, David, and granddaughter and JFS staff member, Annie Michelson.
It's a privilege to be here tonight as we honor my grandfather's legacy and present the Max Michelson Humanitarian Award to Barbara and Samantha Shapiro of the Shapiro Foundation.
For my father, who survived the Holocaust, the importance of community and of our obligation as individuals to engage with and participate in and support the community was really a central tenet and I think an organizing principle in his life. And for him, this was nowhere as fully realized as in helping to build and to grow Jewish Family Service from its earliest days into the mainstay of the community that it's become today.
Particularly in the current political and public health climate, I find that there's one specific lesson learned from my grandfather that comes to my mind, and that is that your community is your family. Max taught me that community is an essential part of our everyday existence. As long as we live in a world with other people, loving and caring for each other are the fundamental building blocks in our being. As with Jewish tradition, my grandfather believed that whatever we receive, we must share. We must give back to our community. It is among the most important and valuable things that we can do during our lives. And in doing so, it allows us to open our hearts and our minds to humanity.
Thank you, Anna. And with that, I'd like to introduce the President and CEO of CJP, Rabbi Marc Baker.
Hi, this is Marc Baker, President and CEO of Combined Jewish Philanthropies. We have never been more grateful, more appreciative, more proud of CJP's partnership with JFS Metrowest than we are right now. Together, we are working to alleviate poverty, to support the elderly who are in need, and of course, to help immigrants and refugees who need to find a home right now during this crisis. We are working together to ensure that thousands of vulnerable people across this community know that they will not fall through the cracks, that we will have their back, and that those are the hallmarks of a caring and compassionate Jewish community. Thank you, JFS Metrowest, for the impact that you are having in Metro West and across this community. I wish we were together in person tonight, but I'm honored to be included in this virtual celebration and to pay tribute to two really special people and friends, and of course, to celebrate Max Michelson and his legacy. Max's story is so important for all of us right now as we face such challenging times. He survived the Holocaust, and he went through the worst of human suffering, and yet he transformed it into a life of social justice and of service and of really building the kind of community and society and the world that we all aspire to build and of which we all want to be a part. And of course, helping to found JFS, which is such an incredible part of Max's legacy. And our honorees tonight, Barbara and Samantha Shapiro, are living out Max's values and legacy in the work that they do every day and the impact and difference they are making in the lives of so many refugees. So Mazel Tov to Barbara and Samantha. Thank you for being leaders and role models for all of us. May we learn from and be inspired by the memory of Max Michelson. And thank you so much again to JFS Metrowest for all that you are doing. And now I'd like to introduce another special person who has some words for you tonight.
My name is Rikenza Saleh. I like to introduce Barbara. She has been important to me and my family because she's always thinking of me and helping me a lot. And I love her. She's an amazing and wonderful woman, and we would not be here without her love and support.
Good evening. We're so happy that you could be with us tonight. And while this is a little awkward for Samantha and I to be doing this on video, and we truly wish we could be with all of you in person tonight, we recognize the importance of keeping everyone safe and healthy. Whether Seize the Dream takes place in the ballroom at the Sheraton or on your computer screens at home, this special event brings our community together and shares the critical work being done by JFS.
Thank you so much to JFS. This is a huge honor, and it's even more special that we're getting this together because I think having this shared passion and being able to have all these experiences together makes it even more meaningful.
In 2016, when my husband Ed and I partnered with JFS to form the Syrian Refugee Humanitarian Project, JFS pivoted, and as we welcomed 8 Syrian families to the Greater Boston area, they built a team that provided extensive volunteer training, English as a second language, translation services, vocational support, and so much more.
Through, I think, my whole life before I was involved with anything like this, I've been taught these Jewish values of tikkun olam through my Rashi education and through my family, and I think this has kind of been my first experience where I felt like I was really kind of making some sort of change, and I kind of felt the magic in that as it happened.
When Marc first approached me about presenting Samantha and me with the Max Michelson Humanitarian Award, named after an incredible human being, I thought this experience, working with JFS and volunteering and building these relationships, is award enough. But I was immensely struck by the fact that this was being given to a teenager, and so honored to be recognized for something that is so integral to our family.
I agree that kind of this experience over the last 3 years, reflecting on it, like I said, when I started to write my college essay, I realized that knowing Rikenza and Ahmad for these 3 years I've learned so much, and also gotten the 4 younger siblings I never had, but that's been so rewarding to like grow up alongside this family for 3 years.
Last spring when Samantha got her driver's license, like most teenagers, she was really excited, but she wasn't excited to drive to Starbucks or go visit her friends. She told me she was excited that she didn't have to wait for me any longer to drive her to Framingham to visit her second family.
So I would encourage people who are my generation to find these things that feel like you are making some sort of change and that people are benefiting from, because it's really rewarding, and I've personally found a lot of meaning in it.
Every parent is proud of their children, and I am no exception. But to stand here and receive this award alongside my incredible daughter is one of the greatest pleasures I have ever experienced. There are so many ways to be involved that are meaningful, and we encourage you to follow up and find ways that are meaningful to you to make a difference.
If you have spent time with me in the last 3 years, you definitely heard me talking about our experience working with the Algello family and different anecdotes. And obviously we've loved all our time working together and with them. So I was really looking forward to being able to share that through JFS and with all of our loved ones tonight, but we're really excited that we get to do this virtually.
We're honored to share this celebration with Bob Fields and the team at CommCreative. And we're especially honored to share the evening with Marc Jacobs to celebrate his retirement as CEO of JFS. Marc, you've been an inspiration to so many, and we wish you the best in your next chapter, which I know will include time in your new role as a grandfather. We're also incredibly grateful to our family and friends for celebrating with us tonight and for supporting JFS and continuing its mission. So to everybody out there, thank you for being a part of this evening. Thank you for celebrating JFS, and thank you, JFS, for this honor and for all that you do.
Mazel tov to Barbara and Samantha and the entire Shapiro family. It's been so great working with all of you, and I look forward to our continued collaboration in the future. Quick update on the auction. I see it's hot. Please get in there in the auction items. There's a lot of auction items without bids. There's a couple of bidding wars going on there. So please go on the auction in bidding for good. Also, you know how to give. JFSMW.org. You're going to hear that all throughout the entire program. Now to our next video. The next video is a very special one for me. It's a story of a family that has been assisted by our Jewish Anti-Poverty Initiative, one that I had the privilege of being part of during its very first initiation back 11 years ago during the Great Recession of 08 and 09. The program at that time, it was really a small triage program with limited funds and staff with the aim of helping families through the recession, particularly middle-class families that had never had to access public benefit or ask for help. During the years after the recession, we found out that Jewish poverty is not necessarily tied to market downfalls or market metrics of any sort, but in many cases, poverty occurs because of many unforeseen situations, such as a death in a family, medical and mental health situations, underemployment, having to become a caregiver for a family member, and so many other reasons. Today, the program, what we call the Anti-Poverty Initiative, is strong thanks to a great partnership with Combined Jewish Philanthropies. We have a program now with great resources, staff, and the tools needed to assist families in need. The following video is representative of one family of hundreds that we serve every year.
When his wife Karen was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer, JFS was there to help the Burke family in their time of need.
Hello, my name is Jeffrey Burke, and this is my JFS story.
With me in my heart, with me in my soul, wherever I go, you're with me.
I love to give. It never occurred to me that I would ever find myself in a position where I would need someone to give something to me. I'm the giver. I'm the one who always was in the position to give and to help. You never know when that's going to happen. You never know. As much as you may think that you're in a good position financially, health, family, friends, you never know if and when the time will come where you may need help. When Karen first got the diagnosis of stage 4 ovarian cancer, after the initial shock wore off and we were able to start gathering our thoughts, the first thing I did was I contacted a group from Jewish Family Services. What the people at Jewish Family Services did, the donors, the volunteers, what they did for me, for Karen, for my children, the larger things that they did, even the small things, phone call, see how you're doing. Every little bit helped. Every small, large, medium-sized gesture helped.
Good, Jason.
Money, time, empathy. Those things were extraordinarily significant to us getting through what we had to go through and for us achieving what we have today. What I can say honestly to anybody and everybody who is watching today, if you are in a position to help, help. If it wasn't for JFS and for those who were in a position to give and to help me, I don't believe I would be sitting here talking to you today. Keep going. You are in a position to help people like me and in a position to help people all over. You have that ability to help. And something that may be small to you could be and will probably be huge to someone else who needs that help. It was to us. Thank you very, very much for what you did for me, for my wife, for my kids. Thank you, Jewish Family Services, for allowing us to get through a very difficult and painful situation and allowing us to have what we have today. Thank you.
JFS exists to help local families like the Burks. Please consider supporting JFS, Jewish Family Service of Metrowest, accelerating social, academic, and health equity.
Thank you, Jeff, for sharing your story with us tonight. My name is Lucia Panicella, and I am the Senior Director of Programs and Partnerships. We are so grateful that JFS was able to be there for Jeff and his family when they needed help. From assistance with childcare and basic needs to employment support, JFS stood by them and ensured that they had the help they needed when the unimaginable happened. Jeff's story, along with the others you have heard tonight, highlights some of the ways JFS responds when our neighbors come to us in crisis, and we are only able to help with your support. The image in front of you offers some examples of how your donation can assist vulnerable, struggling families when they need help. The crucial work JFS is doing in our community cannot be done without your support. Whether you are able to give $10 or $1,000, please donate now through the website or send an email to tributes@jfsmw.org with the details of your pledge. Your help is needed now more than ever. Thank you for standing with JFS and for ensuring that vulnerable families have the help they need during these extremely challenging times.
Thank you, Lucia, and thank you, Jeff, for telling your amazing story. As Lucia commented, your help is needed more than ever this year. Here you can make a big difference through your generosity. Of course, the way to do it is through JFS Metrowest MW.org. Again, that's JFSMW.org, and hit the donate button now. It's that easy. A few examples of how funds are needed during this critical time. A donation of $500 can ensure a frail, isolated older adult has the basic needs and also a weekly call to check up on their well-being. A donation of $1,000 will provide food and toiletries to 100 families for 1 week. A donation of $36,000 to $5,000 will help 5 single mothers with rent, utilities, and other expenses. JFS during the COVID-19 response has provided over 2,000 meals and 100 pieces of hygiene products to isolated older adults, including hundreds of check-in calls. For our immigrant community with small children, we have provided over 3,500 meals and 4,000 units of hygiene products. We are especially worried about single moms in our immigrant community and have spent considerable resources, both the staff and funds, to make sure they are safe, especially those under quarantine. We see this effort continuing through the summer and need to be ready for a possible resurgence of COVID-19 in the fall. Please help us raise the resources to continue helping those most vulnerable stay out of harm's way. Please donate at jfsmw.org, and thank you in advance for being so generous tonight. Our auction is going to close in approximately 4 minutes. So we have 4 minutes before the auction closes. Once it closes, so congratulations to those winners. And of course, our website, jfsmw.org, will stay open throughout the program and really 24/7, even after the program. And now it's time to talk about our second honoree. To introduce this amazing person, professional and mentor of mine, I am pleased to welcome our JFS friends, cantorial soloist Jody Blankstein and guitarist Adam Daner for a small music tribute, followed by Aaron Ain, CEO of Kronos Corporation and also a former JFS board president.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Jody Blankstein. For the past 5 years, my partner in music, Adam Daner, and I have had the honor of bringing song to this Seize the Dream event, highlighting the miracles that transpire at JFS of Metrowest every day. While we cannot all physically be together tonight, we will still be connected, ever connected by the JFS mission. Tonight in particular, we honor Marc Jacobs for his 23+ years of service as CEO of this special organization. Marc, you have guided us all through Jewish values and an immense sense of social responsibility, and in turn have been the guardian angel to all souls you have impacted. So tonight, Marc, Adam and I share this song composed by Sarah McLaughlin, Angel, to remind you that you are one of the angels that walk among us. Spend all your time waiting for that second chance, for a break that would make it okay. There's always some reason to feel not good enough, and it's hard at the end of the day. I need some distraction, beautiful release. Memories seep from my veins and let me be empty. Oh, and weightless, and maybe I'll find some peace tonight. In the arms of the angel, fly away from here, from this dark, cold hotel room and the endlessness that you fear. You are pulled from the wreckage of your silent reverie. You're in the arms of the angel. May you find some comfort here. So tired of the straight line, and everywhere you turn, there's vultures and thieves at your back. The storm keeps on twisting, keep on building the lies that you make up for all that you lack. It don't make no difference, escaping one last time. It's easier to believe in this sweet madness, oh, this glorious sadness that brings me to my knees.
Hi, Marc. Congratulations. I would much rather be doing this and telling you this in person at Seize the Dream, but I know this is a whole different situation right now. It doesn't take away, though, from the joy and the happiness I want to extend to you and your family on you being an honoree this year at Seize the Dream. I cannot think of a better person, a more deserving person, a more honored person to receive the recognition at Seize the Dream from Jewish Family Service, and everything that you have done over so many years since you joined JFS in 1996, how you've transformed the organization, how you've led it with vigor and thoughtfulness and a strategic approach, energy, solve anything type of view. It's been my joy to work with you. I know everyone who's worked with you has just benefited so much and learned so much, and we're all better for it. So I want to congratulate you again, tell you just what a remarkable impact you have had. Your legacy lives forever, truly forever. And for me, our friendship is something that I'll always cherish and always value and always hold special. Enjoy this honor, enjoy all the remarkable accolades and all the thanks and all the things people are thinking about you and saying about you. All of those are accurate, and you've really made a difference in so many people's lives. Big hug, love you, and there will be brighter days to enjoy this and celebrate together soon.
In the arms of the angel, fly away from here, from this dark, cold hotel room and the endlessness that you fear. You are pulled from the wreckage of your silent reverie. You're in the arms of the angel. May you find some comfort here. May you go from strength to strength.
Hi everyone. I hope you can appreciate my elegant new look for tonight. I guess I should take this off now. And yup, I've become a real graybeard. As we're gathering virtually, my wife Joanne remains staying in place in London, helping my daughter Sarah and our son-in-law Arnaud with our first grandchild Noah, born March 19th at the onset of the COVID-19 surge. Our daughter Elisa remains hunkered down in her small apartment in New York City. All gathered tonight have their own family story about these unprecedented days. Thank you, Aaron. You've been partner, friend, advisor, confidant. Your words mean so much to me as I move towards the end of my JFS career. And thank you, Jody, for that beautiful song. I've been fortunate to work with extraordinary board presidents over nearly 24 years as JFS CEO. I'm appreciative of the partnership with each and every one. Special thanks to current board president David Milo, who's been my full partner through all phases of sustainability and succession planning. I'm not naming more names tonight, or I'll be talking for an hour. It's been an honor to work with several hundred different board members over my tenure. As a collective, the JFS board and our many other supporters demonstrate how love for community and caring for the vulnerable can really move mountains. Together, we've remained true to and honored the core values of our JFS founders. At its root, through its actions, JFS is a social justice powerhouse, doing everything possible to accelerate social equity. The JFS staff, from the community program specialists to the executive management team members, show a laser focus on impacts, highly skilled, passionate, committed, and enormously kind people. Board and staff as partners. We've grown together, solved problems together, celebrated accomplishments, always together. The JF history of moving mountains with incredible kindness will enable JFS to remain a vital force. Now during these dangerous crisis days, and later when recovery occurs, and we adjust to the new normal, whatever that might look like. I'm proudest as a leader, not of what I've done, but what I'm leaving behind. JFS is a community jewel and an asset, a powerful force. And with Lino Covarrubias as my successor as CEO and Joe Volman as the next board president, JFS has entered a new decade with a bright future and spectacular leadership. Thank you. It has been joyful each and every day for nearly 24 years.
Thank you, Marc. I love the beard. It looks great on you. Thank you for your kind remarks. And you're leaving an amazing legacy here with us. You've been a mentor to me and the entire executive team. And we will continue your spirit of innovation here at JFS, and particularly our laser focus in helping those in need, especially vulnerable families with children. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. Now to our final honorees. Before I mention them, the auction is closed. We have some great donations coming in. Now JFSMW.org is humming. If for some reason you get kicked off, it's because of volume, just go back, just try it again, hit that donate button, and please give for all our efforts for tonight. Our final honorees are Bob Fields and the CommCreative team, which they're just such a fun company and team. For a medium-sized nonprofit like JFS, our priority is providing highest quality service to our most vulnerable clients. We do great work, but sometimes have a tough time communicating this great work to the greater community. We decide to spend our resources on direct service instead of having marketing communications capability. CommCreative, one of the top marketing agencies in New England, based right here in Framingham, has been that partner to help us promote the good we do. One of the first supporters I met when I joined JFS over a decade ago was JFS board member Bob Fields. A super marketer with a knack for art, love of music, and a person that speaks truth to power in a way that only he can do with passion, strength, and conviction. And most that know Bob Fields are probably smirking at this time. We've always had a straight shooting relationship, and that has been the most valuable thing to me. He created a great organization at CommCreative with a culture of volunteerism amongst all his employees. Now recently retired, Bob has been succeeded by an equally committed leader to excellence and a culture of volunteerism, Ashley DiPaolo. Ashley, who also happens to be a JFS board member, is here to say a few comments. Ashley?
My name is Ashley DiPaolo, and I am the proud president of CommCreative. Our company has had a long-standing relationship with JFS, spearheaded many years ago by our founder, Bob Fields. We are thrilled to be honored by JFS and are so proud to be part of the work the organization is doing, especially at this critical time. On a personal note, I was raised to always help those less fortunate, and when I joined CommCreative almost 8 years ago, I was struck by Bob's passion to help the community. My family has also gotten involved with JFS over the recent years. Bob is now retired, but his relentless drive to give back is something we are committed to, and that is why our partnership with JFS is now more important than ever. I am passionate about the work our agency does with this outstanding organization and honored to be part of the board. Thank you so much for honoring Bob and CommCreative's commitment to JFS.
Ashley, it's so wonderful to have you introduce me today in your wonderful remarks. The most important thing for me is that you are being honored along with me for your continued commitment to JFS that I started as a tradition over 10 years ago. The volunteers are the lifeline of JFS. The teams that go out to help people every day, from tutoring elementary school age children, visiting isolating seniors that I know you and your family have personally been involved with, to taking clients to medical appointments. What's impressed me over the years is the level of leadership that Marc, Lino, and the rest of his organization and the board of directors have brought to JFS week after week, year after year during the most challenging times. This year, JFS will be challenged like never before, and each of us, in our own way, has to serve this community as best as we can and to the greatest of our abilities. Everyone who's here tonight watching virtually has helped JFS and its vulnerable population in so many ways. I look forward to continuing my own personal commitment to JFS in the years to come, and look forward to seeing all the volunteers tribute tonight.
We're lost now. Hear us now.
JFS for the elderly, for children, for all those at risk who might otherwise be left behind.
Picture yourself in a boat on a river with tangerine trees and marmalade skies. Somebody calls you, you answer quite slowly. A girl with kaleidoscope eyes. As we go on our way, may we be guided in peace. May we be blessed with health and joy. May this be our blessing. Amen. 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 May this be our blessing. Amen. 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 May this be our blessing. Amen. By the wings of peace, may we be kept in safety and in love. May grace and compassion find their way to every soul. May this be our blessing. Amen. 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 May this be our blessing. Amen. 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 our blessing. Amen. Follow her down to a bridge by the fountain, where rocking horse people eat marshmallow pies. Everyone smiles as you drift past the flowers that grow so incredibly high.
JFS can be there for the most vulnerable within our community thanks to you and your support of this organization. Jewish Family Service of Metrowest, accelerating social, academic, and health equity.
Bob, Ashley, and the entire CommCreative team, congratulations on a well-deserved honor. We will continue to work with you and really thank you for everything that you've done in the past and you will do in the future for us. Thank you. As Bob mentioned, volunteers are the lifeblood of JFS. In honor of volunteerism and their importance to JFS's work, I'm excited to announce a new project initiative tonight. JFS, the Shapiro Foundation, and Temple Beth Elohim have been piloting a mask-making effort these last 4 weeks. It has included training of volunteers by one of our Syrian refugee tailors on the process of sewing masks. It has been a very successful pilot, and given the enormous need for masks for JFS clients, I'm happy to report we are expanding this effort to other synagogues and other faith organizations. Stay tuned for more information, and thank you to the Shapiro Foundation for being so supportive of figuring out ways for our refugee families to give back to our community during these great period of need. Now, one last thing before I introduce our closer for tonight. Our website is very much still open for donations. If you don't want to go through the whole process of donating, you just want to email us your pledge, you can do that as well at tribute@jfsmw.org. That's just tribute@jfsmw.org. Send us your name, address, and what pledge you would like to give, and we will follow up with you if you don't want to go through the website or having problems logging on to our Donate Now based on the traffic. Now it is my pleasure to introduce the closer for the night, our incoming JFS Board President, Joe Volman.
Good evening. My name is Joe Volman, and I'm the incoming board president of this amazing organization. I could not be more proud than to be associated with JFS at this time. Before we close this evening, I'd like to say a few words of thanks. First, to our staff, including our new incredible CEO, Lino Covarrubias. Thank you all for what you are doing to advance the work of JFS. And to our honorees, thank you so much for all of your contributions to our organization and for advancing JFS's mission of helping those most vulnerable in our community. And to our donors, thank you for your continued support. You are supporting us in so many ways, and we appreciate all you've done and will continue to do for the organization. And in closing, please save the date, May 6, 2021, for next year's Seize the Dream. We hope to be together in person as a community to celebrate all the great work we do together. Be well, be safe, and good night.
And a few special thank yous for their participations tonight. Emily Reamer from WCVB TV, thank you so much. To Jody Blankstein and Adam Daner for your musical tributes tonight, thank you. To Peter McGuire with Double, who has provided the platform for tonight, thank you so much. And if you're thinking of doing a virtual gala, I recommend this team. And very, very special thanks to Jim and Donna Marie Floyd from Thelma World. They have been providing video coverage and production support for JFS for over 2 decades. We really thank them from the bottom of our hearts. And also, if you need any help with any sort of production, they should go. They are the go-to people. They have been amazing, particularly with the virtual environment. And lastly, to all our partners, volunteers, and donors, thank you, thank you, thank you. And again, our website will be open 24/7 at www.jfsmw.org. And also you can email at tribute@jfsmw.org. Thank you so much for being part of our virtual gala. And we hope next year to be together live in Framingham. Thank you so much, everybody. Have a great evening.